Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. All the talk, all the hype, but the fastest prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll run on first down. It's Watkins taken down at the 42. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watkins, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, Watkins. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Washington's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end.
Touchdown, Texans! From 13 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. personally for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ritchie, and this is caught by Watkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, Ritchie throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. To throw on 2nd down. Ritchie, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back to throw. Ritchie, he finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Ritchie. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Webster. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Texans continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now back to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Jeffers, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man complete to Miller. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on 1st down. Jeffers. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffers, and he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Ware. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are on the board here in this Super Bowl. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Throwing to start the drive. Ritchie, he's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down. Ritchie. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Being chased out left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down where they are here starting the third quarter.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going up top for Miller. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards. Turns into a long play on the post route, but he was there. What makes that so tough to defend?
When you run routes that pull extra defenders away from the middle of the field and leave it open for a one-on-one, and your quarterback manipulates that defender with his eyes, you can often get a big play right down the middle.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. On 1st down, Ritchie. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ritchie. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Ritchie. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ritchie. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this one to Morris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff up the middle. Jeffers. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Three quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again. Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Up the middle they go. Jeffers, only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Ritchie going up top. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ritchie got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Ritchie. Throw left side complete. That's Webster. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Ritchie. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Ritchie. Shoves him aside. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So now the Bears down by 15. Just over 2 minutes to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw here, hauled in. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Miller on the catch over the middle. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 2nd down now, it's Watkins. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
So the focus now shifts to the Bears. Trailing in this one now. 37 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's going to be a 1st down to the 35 as the clock continues to run. Buying time to his left. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one A little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.